Welcome to the Special Forces Entry Test. You'll need to demonstrate a high level of commitment if you are to be suitable for service within Special Forces. The entry test is conducted by the Special Forces Training Centre and assisted by members from Commandos and the Special Air Service. The aim of the entry test is to select specific personnel to attend either the Commando training course or the SAS selection course. The entry test standards are based on Army requirements with an increased intensity for Special Forces. One of the things I've found when speaking to candidates who apply for the entrance test is that they're not training specifically for the test. No single aspect is particularly difficult and is all easily achieved. However, the cumulative effect of an 80-minute period, a 2-hour period and a 2.5 to 3-hour period does become increasingly difficult. The guidelines of this test are strict and must be adhered to stringently. These are the first component of the strength activities. You may use any one of 3 grips: undergrasp, alternate grasp, or overgrasp. Each grip uses slightly different muscle groups, therefore requires specific training in that group.
You will attach yourself to the beam, arms fully extended, body straight. These legs are not to be crossed or safety reasons.
Traditionally, to develop strength means training 3 times per week.
Straighten your arms, don't count that one. Must go till the arms are fully extended. Good ease there, well done.
To develop strength and power, you must rest to allow the muscles to recover from training. Recovery from strength training is an individual thing determined a lot through trial and error. It is dependent on a number of factors such as volume, intensity, type of training and even nutrition. Push-ups are part of the Army BFA, so I practice regularly. Training for this test is not so much about strength as muscular endurance. Being able to bench press 100 plus kilos is irrelevant. You can't work continuously for 2 minutes. Unlike heaves, only one position is used for push-ups. However, you may rest in the up position.
You reach the maximum or you're told to stop by the test supervisor.
The sit-up component is a test of abdominal and hip flexor endurance and is again part of the Army BFA.
13, 14, 48, 50.
Most people find this test easy and requires little training. The run component is a 2.4 kilometre run in DPCUs and runners and patrol order weighing 7 kilos. 7 kilos is approximately 2 full water bottles, 1 ration pack and weapon CES complete. Interval training has proven to be the most successful way of training for this test, either 400 or 600 metre intervals, working 1:3 or 1:4 work-rest ratio. It is important that the work-rest ratio is adhered to for training effect, also that the total distance equals or exceeds 2.4 kilometres. For further information and training techniques, see your area PTI. Tread water for 2 minutes, swim 400 metres in DPCUs and runners. Freestyle is an uneconomical stroke as the cams are wet and it restricts your movement. Breaststroke is a more efficient stroke. As the arms don't come out of the water, it is a survival stroke and more effective in these conditions. Swim training in cams and runners is essential. Train as you would complete the test. Shirt out, pockets turned out and pants not bloused. The swim commences at the end of 2 minutes tread water. There are a number of factors you need to consider with the wearing and carriage of your webbing. Firstly is the height the webbing sits on the hips. It has to be high enough so that it doesn't restrict you in any way. You need good range of movement with the legs for when you're running with the webbing, so it needs to be nice and open in the front. You also need a nice open chest carriage so that you have good airflow and it doesn't restrict your breathing in any way. Carriage of the weapon is also important in the test. The weapon should be carried at the trail, in either hand, or in a traditional carry position whilst running. The weapon must not be slung throughout the test.
That is well done. Go. This is a simple activity, however, this is just a prelim for later on.
The RDJ is designed to test agility, coordination and balance, and is part of the Army CFA.
Good then. Go.
Economy of effort is important and is achieved with training. And naturally, the more efficient you can be, the less effort is required. Most people find this standard easily achievable with training.
Not 50% or better, or we expect that everybody gets at least 80%, although I failed to everyone is smart.
Concurrent with the navigation theory test, all candidates will be interviewed by DS. Additionally, officers will be required to solve a simple shoot problem and in so doing produce a concept of operations. The final component of the entry test is the 15-kilometre route march in marching order. On top of the 7 kilos webbing, you must have 21 kilos in your pack and must finish with a total of 25 kilos, including webbing and pack. This again is a very specific test. As it is at the end of the entry test, fatigue begins to set in. This is where preparation becomes important and will pay off. Fatigue can limit your success. A good diet, adequate fluid intake and efficient action can help reduce muscle soreness and delay onset of fatigue. Pack setup is very individual, but it must be comfortable and not restricting in any way to upset this. Running is not recommended and should be avoided. However, on flat ground, a light shuffle can increase speed for short distances and relieve muscle soreness in the lower legs.
25 seconds.
You are required to pass all of the tests in the SFET. If you fail, you'll be retested at the end. Passing is more difficult because by this time you are significantly fatigued, therefore it is in your best interest to pass the first time. Service within Special Forces is both challenging and rewarding. The key to your success is the preparation of your body and your mind. The challenge is ahead of you, and I wish you all the best.